Hello everyone, welcome to the next video of stories and anecdote for UPSC essay paper. This video is not only important from the perspective of essay but also from the ethics, that is GS4 paper, because we will learn some ethical lessons from the life of Ratan Tata. So Ratan Tata sir has recently passed away. So let us start. So first ethical value is kindness. So kindness is a virtue which involves being polite and being caring towards others. So if you are being polite and caring towards others, it means you have the virtue of kindness. It involves empathy and compassion towards others. So you are empathetic and you are compassionate if you are a kind person, right? So during Sikh riots of 1984, what happened, that many Sikhs, they lost their lives, but there were many Sikhs who used to drive, like they were truck drivers, and their trucks were also targeted by the mobs. So what Ratan Tata sir did, so he emerged as a ray of hope for Sikh truck drivers. And in a heartwarming gesture, Tata Motors gave away new trucks to the genocide survivors. So, and this was done without charging a penny. So, without taking even a single paisa, Tata Motors gave them new trucks so that they can restart their businesses from the scratch. So, this is the act of kindness you can use in your essay and as well as in your ethics paper. So never underestimate the power of kindness, empathy and compassion in your interaction with others. So this is the quote by Ratan Tata sir. So kindness, empathy and compassion, they have profound effects on our interactions. So if we are kind, if we are empathetic, if we are compassionate, what will happen if we have these values? It will create a positive environment around us. It will create a sense of safety and it will build trust with the other persons. And when it comes to civil servant, a civil servant has to deal with diverse communities on day-to-day basis. So with empathy and kindness, they can create trust within the community, with the community, and being compassionate in their approach, they will help in creating an inclusive and humane society. And whatever programs, policies they are implementing, they will implementing it with a human touch. Right, now moving to the next value, that is spirit of service. So what is this? It is the quality of a person that encourages him to be committed to public service without any personal motives or self motives. So during 26/11 Mumbai attack, Ratan Tata sir was the chairman of Tata Group, and Taj Hotel suffered losses. So he ensured that hotel's restoration despite the massive destruction of property. He visited employees which were affected by the attack. Just 2 weeks after the attack, he formed Taj Public Service Welfare Trust. So just after 2 weeks of the attack, he formed Taj Public Service Welfare Trust. And what was the purpose of setting this trust? To provide relief to those affected by the terrorist act, and also create a system to help and rehabilitate those recovering from such tragic events in the future also. So Tata Taj Public Service Welfare Trust was created by Ratan Tata sir. So it is a display of compassion and resilience in the face of adversity. If we are facing some challenges, so in that situation, we are trying to show. We are trying to show resilience. We are displaying compassion. So his compassion for the victims stirs the hearts of many. Right. Now moving to the next, compassion. What is this compassion? What virtue is compassion? So it is an emotional response when perceiving suffering, and it involves an authentic desire to help. So when you talk about empathy, empathy means you are feeling the pain of others. You can feel what kind of suffering they are facing. But when you talk about compassion, you are not only feeling, but there is an active desire to help, active desire to help. So if you are feeling the pain of others and also you feel that you need to help them and you are doing that, you are helping them, that means you are compassionate. And if you are practicing compassion, it means it will increase our well-being by enhancing a sense of connection to others. So Ratan Tata sir is famous for his love for animals, particularly dogs. So in May, a LinkedIn user shared how she learned that Tata had instructed Mumbai's Taj Hotel staff to treat stray dogs or stray animals with care if they wander into premises. So, if any stray dog enters into Taj Hotel, suppose, so instead of treating that animal or that stray dog badly, what Tata sir has instructed the hotel staff that you should take care of these animals with care, right? So a LinkedIn user Ruby Khan, she shared a touching story from her visit to Taj Mahal Hotel. So she visited Taj Mahal Hotel and she saw a stray dog there. She thought this dog has entered the hotel premises and no one is aware of it. This dog was resting comfortably in a quiet corner, but after some time she learned that the dog was not a stray but a long time resident. So this stray dog, he came a long back ago into Taj Hotel, and now he has become the resident of the Taj Hotel, and he is lovingly looked after by the hotel staff. So this compassionate act she mentioned was thanks to Tata's directive to all the properties that if any animals or stray animals enter the premises, you have to treat those animals with care, right? You can see the pictures. So Ratan Tata sir was very fond of animals, especially dogs. So we often speak about inclusion, biases, psychological safety, and emotional intelligence. I witness all these principles in action here. It is a fine balance of head and heart. So being authentic and not worrying about what others might think as they enter this esteemed property. So Ruby Khan wrote about Ratan Tata sir. Now moving to the next, leadership. So who is a leader? A leader is someone who is taking the initiative to bring transformation in the society. It is the ability of an individual to guide and influence people. Leadership is also the ability to make course correction, to hear the voices of all the stakeholders, to listen to all perspective and not just giving commands, but also listening to diverse perspective. So the values, decision making style, ethics and interpersonal skills of leader, it profoundly influences the organization's culture and public perception. So if a leader is ethical, the organization he or she is leading will reflect that culture, that ethical values. So interpersonal skills of leader, it influences the organization culture and public perception. So now we can see this example from Ratan Tata's slide. So he chooses to work as an employee for his own company. So he used to work for his own company. He joined Tata in 1961 and worked on the shop floor of Tata Steel because he wanted to get hand-on experience at the grassroots level to understand the nuances and problems which workers may face or are facing. So he was leading by example by showcasing leadership, right? And this is the quote by Ratan Tata sir: I don't believe in work life balance, I believe in work life integration. So make your work and life meaningful and fulfilling, and they will complement each other. So you can use this quote somewhere in your ethics paper or in essay. So this quote by Ratan Tata sir conveys that there is a need to adopt harmony in our job and personal life. The personal goals in the job and the value system in the life, they should complement each other, and it will give you satisfaction then. So when you talk about civil services, a civil servant is who is driven by high values. He works passionately to provide good governance, right? Now coming to the next value, perseverance. Perseverance means that you are trying to achieve something and you are facing some difficulties, but even amongst these adversities or difficulties, you are not giving up. You are not giving up. Your success may be getting delayed, but you are still persisting. You are still not giving up, and you still think that you can clear it and you will make it. So it is a continuous persistence in doing what one considers to be right despite difficulties or delays in achieving the desired result. So it also implies unwavering steadfastness or commitment, unwavering commitment in pursuing the right course of action, even in the face of odds or failures. So this is the definition of perseverance you can use in your ethics papers. Right now, Tata Nano, the car, the 1 lakh rupees car. So before this car could hit Indian roads, it faced many speed breakers, it faced many challenges, right? So first it was thought that this car would be manufactured, Nano would be manufactured in Singur, West Bengal Singur region. But Mamta Banerjee, who was then in the opposition in West Bengal, she opposed this project. Though left government had allocated the land for it, but there was huge protest and opposition. So it ultimately resulted in the plant being shifted to Gujarat Sanand. So see, you can see that the car or Ratan Tata sir faced issues, difficulties, but he was not affected by it, and they decided that we will shift the manufacturing plant to Gujarat. And finally there was success. Tata Nano was launched in year 2008. So you can use this quote of Ratan Tata sir: ups and downs in life are very important to keep us going, because a straight line, even in an ESG means ESG, that straight line in ESG means we are not alive. So sometimes ups and downs are needed. If it is a straight line, it means we are not alive, it means we are not working, it means we are not progressing, right? So this is a very good quote, this is a very good quote, because a straight line even in ECG means we are not alive. So that struggles and failures are part of that journey. So they are not the defining moment, but this shaping moment. So struggles and failures, they are the shaping moment. And who can better understand this than a UPSC aspirant? Take lessons from those ups and downs. Don't make it a defining moment in your life, make it a shaping moment. The ups and downs are essential in life to move forward. It is critical to growing. When you are moving forward and growing, it means you are winning. So ups and downs will definitely come. Right? Now, none can destroy iron but its own rust. You can also use this quote. None can destroy iron. So nothing can destroy iron, but only its own rust, junk. So likewise, no one can destroy a person but his own mindset can. So if you have a positive mindset, it will lead to success. So a positive mindset is the key to success. Internal factors, which includes negative thoughts, procrastination means you are delaying something. You think that I will read polity tomorrow, then you will say I'll read 10 days after, like that. So that is the procrastination. Self doubt, lack of confidence, or a defeatist attitude or negative attitude, they are acting as a barrier, or they act as a barrier to achieve your true potential. If you want to realize your true potential, you should have a positive mindset. So because our mindset defines our journey, for and especially for civil servants, positive attitudes is very important or quintessential, because many a time they work under extreme pressure and stress. So they should have the positive attitude. Now coming to the next value, that is utilitarianism. Utilitarianism is a principle which advocates that from an ethical point of view, an action is right or correct, action is right if it is leading to greater good for a large number of people or for the greatest number. So who was the father of utilitarianism? Jeremy Bentham. So the greatest good for the greatest number. So if an action is leading to greatest good for the greatest number of the people, it is considered as a right action. So Tata Nano was launched in 2008, and Ratan Tata said it was always meant for all our people. So he wanted to have that all the Indians should have cars, not only the rich people. So that is why he started this Nano, and it was India's first Lak Takia. Lak Takia means a car which is costing you rupees 1 lakh, and it is a few thousand more expensive than two wheelers, right? So his vision was an embodiment of utilitarianism and inclusivity, because through this launching of this car Nano, Tata Nano, he wanted greatest good for the greatest number. He wanted that this car should be with the greatest number of Indians, large number of Indians, so they can move, they can also enjoy the luxury, right? Philanthropy, social responsibility. Now Ratan Tata's philanthropy work, it ranges from education, healthcare and rural development to disaster relief and social welfare. So Tata Trust under Ratan Tata, it expanded to reflect a deep sense of social responsibility. Sundar Pichai in his condolence tweet said, Ratan Tata leaves an extraordinary business and philanthropic legacy and was instrumental in mentoring and developing modern business leadership in India. He deeply cared about making India better. Deep condolence to his loved ones and rest in peace, Sri Ratan Tata ji. I admire people who are very successful, but if that success has been achieved through too much ruthlessness, then I may admire that person less. So you can also use this quote of Ratan Tata sir somewhere. So being successful does not mean you're compromising your values and ethics. Being successful does not mean that you have to use shortcuts, because success, you are getting success, but what is the cost of achieving that success? Success at what cost? It should be the prime question you should be asking yourself. So role modeling and admiration of a person's achievement should not be based on materialistic gain, that he is so rich, that a person A is very rich. It simply doesn't mean that you will admire him, or you will he or she will act as a role model. No, because if such materialistic gain, or if because becoming he or that person has become rich, but he is not following or she is not following human values. So no matter how high you climb the ladder of success, you will gain respect only if your feet are on the fertile ground of humanity. So if you want that society respect you, your feet should be on the fertile ground of humanity. You should have the human touch. You should follow the ethical values and principle in letter and spirit. It should reflect. It should reflect in your actions. As Ratan Tata's life display or show that merely preaching doesn't help, merely becoming rich doesn't help. You have to work for the society, you have to follow ethical principles and values in your life, and it should be reflected in your actions as well. So Tata Trust was created, right? This Tata Nano car was started so that more Indians can have the car, right? This he uh, work in Tata Steel when he joined. So he was showing the leadership skill, right? He cared for animal. He was compassionate when it comes to dogs, right? Taj Public Service Welfare Trust was set up to provide relief to the affected by terrorist act and any other such tragic events in the future. So all these acts shows the application of ethical values and principle in life of Ratan Tata sir, and we should also learn some of these values and try to imbibe these values in our life. So this is all for this video. Keep learning, keep watching. All the best.